I just finished a serious session at the gym, and honestly, I am sweating like crazy. But looking in the mirror, I think the hair actually held up pretty well. No frizz halo, braids still looking neat. So I guess that's all that matters, right? Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today, I'm going to be showing y'all basically how I protect my natural hair, whether I'm rocking the Afro or braids while I'm working out. Because getting healthy shouldn't mean sacrificing your hairline. We all know the struggle. You spend hours getting your hair done, or you finally get your wash day routine perfect, and then you hit the gym. And between the sweat and the friction from the benches, your fresh style is looking rough way too fast. It's frustrating. So I'm just going to be basically showing y'all my routine for keeping everything protected. It's really about three things: prep, protection during the lift, and what you do right after. I've dealt with thinning and breakage before, so I take this pretty seriously. Let me go ahead and show you guys the process. So pretty much before I even leave the house, the first thing I look at is tension. If you have braids or twists, or even just a loose afro, you don't want to be pulling your edges tight right before you start straining your body. That's a recipe for traction, alopecia, and we definitely don't want that. I like to use these snag-free satin scrunchies. The regular elastic bands can really rip at your hair, especially when it's dry. So if my hair's out, I'm putting it in a high pineapple or a loose bun, just high enough to keep it off the neck, but loose enough that I'm not feeling it pull when I turn my head. Now, if you're rocking braids, you want to get them out of the way. I usually bundle them up top, but here's the key. You need to seal that moisture in before you start sweating. Sweat is salty, and it can actually dry out your hair strands eventually. So I like to take a little bit of lightweight oil, something like jojoba or argan oil works great here, and just lightly coat the length of the hair or the braids. You don't need a lot, just enough to create a little barrier. It helps the hair glide against each other instead of creating friction. And another thing too, if you have shorter hair or a TWA, teeny weeny afro, you might not be able to pull it up. That's fine. Just make sure it's moisturized. Dry hair plus friction equals breakage. So get that hydration locked in before you even touch a weight. So now we're ready to head out. But this next part is basically the most important part of the whole routine. It's all about moisture management. I use a 2-layer system. I know it sounds like a lot, but trust me, it's been great for preserving my styles. First, I put on a satin or silk scarf, or a durag if that's your vibe. This lays the edges down and creates that smooth surface. When you're laying on a bench press or doing mat work, you want your hair sliding against silk, not rubbing against that rough gym equipment. That friction is the enemy. But silk doesn't absorb sweat, right? It just lets it sit there. That's where the second layer comes in. I take a thick moisture-wicking headband, like a sweatband style, and I put that right over the scarf, right along the hairline. What this does is pretty smart. The headband catches the sweat before it can drip down into your roots and cause that puffiness or frizz. It wicks the moisture away, while the silk underneath keeps the actual hair smooth. It's a game changer, honestly, and you guys want to pay attention to the nape of your neck too. That's where we sweat the most usually. If you have long braids, make sure they aren't rubbing against your sweaty back. Keep them wrapped up or pinned up. I've seen so many people mess up the back of their hair just because they let it sit in a pool of sweat for an hour. So, pretty much, you look a bit like you're ready for a serious match, but I think it looks cool. And knowing my hair is safe allows me to focus on the reps, Alright, so the workout is done, you're tired. You just want to rip everything off and jump in the shower. But wait a second, this is where most people mess up their routine. Do not take that headband off immediately. I know it feels gross, but your hair is still damp underneath. If you take the band off while the roots are wet and hot, they're gonna frizz up instantly. So what I do is I let my body cool down first. I might drive home with the headband still on. Once I'm cool, I carefully take off the sweatband and the scarf. Now, dealing with the scalp. You don't want to wash your hair every single time you work out. That's gonna strip all those natural oils we're trying to protect. Instead, if there's a lot of sweat, I take a damp microfiber cloth or a t-shirt and I just gently pat the scalp. Don't rub, just pat to lift the salt and sweat. If it was a really heavy session, you can use a little diluted apple cider vinegar or a scalp refresher on a cotton pad just to cleanse the skin without wetting the whole head. And here's a pro tip that's been great for me. If your roots are still damp, use a blow dryer on the cool setting. Not hot, cool air. You can even do this through the scarf if you want to be extra safe. It dries the sweat without disturbing the curl pattern or making the braids fuzzy. Once it's dry, that's when I might take the scarf off fully. You'll see your edges are still laid and the puffiness is minimal. It's a little extra time, but it saves you from having to redo your whole head. So yeah, that's pretty much my process. It keeps the hair healthy, keeps the style fresh, and lets me get my workout in without worrying. And of course, keeping your hair strong starts with good products. I've been using the Ocean View Hair Care Growth Oil to keep my scalp right, and it's been amazing. If y'all haven't, definitely like and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of hair growth tips and content coming up. We look forward to interacting with y'all, so